Woo! Woohoo!
Hey!
Everybody!
Welcome, everybody!
Welcome to the High Vibe Tribe, and we are live at
5.
Woohoo! Wait, Donna, you're in the front row now. You have to participate. Do that again. We are live at
5.
5 o'clock. Yay! So excited! Everyone is here. I know.
It makes 5.
Gosh, have we had a super fun day. We have all been up super early here in the United States. And we have pictures to prove how early it was. Yes. Some of us were in the double digits, like early, and even single digits, and normally we're not up after the noon hour, some of us. Just saying.
We won't name names. No, those who shall not be named.
Yes. But yeah, so we had the honor and privilege of facilitating a different possibility for men and women all around the world this morning through the Wellness Lifestyle Conference. If you have not checked out and picked up your ticket for $10 US, and it will say 170 rands. And we have a South African with us. You'll meet her in a little bit. Her name is Sharyn, and she will tell you that it'll say 170 rands, but fear not, for when it gets processed, it will be $10 US. So we're so excited about that. And we will be live again tomorrow with everyone from the Wellness Lifestyle Conference as well, again at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Way earlier for Pacific time.
Yes.
I know, right? Like, I've got really nothing to complain about, but I do have a box of donuts. I do have 12 donuts.
Good to go.
So I will be sharing with everyone. But yeah, so we are so excited that all of you are here. Take a minute, and you're going to want to, let me just cross over here for a minute. And you're going to want to let us, holy cow, do we have a lot of banners today? Yeah. Yes, we have way more than our usual banners. But yeah, so if you'll take a minute, and in the description of this live stream, to click the permission button, so we have access to your name and your picture. And it's not necessarily us, but when you go into the comments, then we know who we're talking with, and we know who we're connecting with. So we're so grateful that all of you do that. We already have our first comment right out of the gate. Woohoo! Hello, beautiful Tammy.
Hey,
Tammy. Yeah, lovely. And so, yeah, so here's an example of when you don't allow permission.
Facebook user. Tell us.
You get the generic Facebook user icon for yourself. But,
Yes, I'm here.
so Tammy is the example of when you use.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing too is that, like, I'm watching it live on my phone, and so I know who's here saying I'm here. And sometimes we get to talking and I forget that they haven't given permission, and there's times I blurted out, oh, so and so says blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh crap.
And then your secret's revealed after all.
Yes, you are no longer half hidden.
So welcome to the High Vibe Tribe. Oh yes, look, we have banners. How technically savvy are we? So cool. So shout out from all of us tribe members. We have with us today Susan Hayes as a Spark Activator. Susan, woohoo, welcome. Janie Lynn, she's our Activating God Spark, Queen of Magnificence. And Ashni, you and I don't seem to have banners. So
Oh,
Ashni Mulchin,
I'm here.
yes, you are.
Right now.
Ashni Mulchin. And you are our, ooh, yeah,
God,
energetic
goddess.
goddess and meditation expert of magnitude. There you are.
Yes.
Woohoo! With us, we have a power-packed show for all of you today. We are super excited to have access to all the amazing, yes, men and women, as we have been called as the High Vibe Tribe. We go in on a regular basis and just feel, pulled by Mother Earth, or pulled by the universe, or pulled by our collective consciousness. Am I giving you feedback?
Yeah.
It's me, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it you?
Okay.
I didn't hear any.
Is that me now? Is that better? No.
I don't hear anything.
Is it
For
my
me,
phone?
it's clear.
Is it? Yeah. Is there a phone that's maybe open? Because
I did because I'm on my personal phone.
Just turn your volume down then, and you'll be good.
It is down.
Okay.
As low as it.
As low as it gets. We're good then.
actually we're rocking it.
Yeah. Bugs be gone.
It's so funny because we are these like super light pillars. And what gets attracted to the light is all the bugs. We have to like kind of swat the bugs away, and there's like technology bugs and troll bugs and all fun, interesting stuff. Yeah.
Today.
Yes. Today we have Donna Riley with us. So excited. Hello, beautiful. Donna's normally on the other side with all of you participants. Today she is on the inside. She's an intuitive movement and transformation leader. And she's invited, as well as we have two other top secret guests who are backstage hanging out. They might not know this, but I can see them watching us, watching them. And they're laughing. We see you.
Oh.
So fun. So we're going to bring them out too. So as the High Vibe Tribe, we've been called to be the pattern interrupter as consciousness revolutionaries to create a different possibility for humanity. And with the global pandemic that's been happening, so much fear and angst and panic, distrust, uncertainty, separation, judgment has come up with, not really having the life that we ever thought we would be having right now. And so there's this fear of death and of dying. So when we all got together, we sort of took a look at that and asked questions as to how could we create something that would support humanity in having a different possibility. And so what came up was this workshop called Home and Back. And when we looked at the Home and Back, I think it was Susan. You came up with that name, right, Susan? The Home and Back.
Yes.
Yeah, because they've all crossed over and have gone home and then have come back to this body here in this lifetime. So they have information, messages, awarenesses, just a huge amount of conscious awareness that we don't necessarily have and that you don't necessarily have, that with all of us together, yes, we're going to do that. So this is our first guest, Donna. And Donna has an incredible story as to what showed up for her, how it showed up, where she is now. So I'm going to read your bio so you can get a little feel into who she is and what she's all about. Exactly.
Ooh, dear.
Donna, she is a gifted intuitive movement teacher, and inner transformation leader. Strike a pose. She knows her purpose is to awaken, inspire, and empower women to alchemize their pain into pleasure. This is a deeply personal mission for her because after having a near-death experience at the age of 12, I got that right.
You did.
She spent the rest of her life learning how to be fully in the body here, and enjoy the three-dimensional world. A big piece of that healing journey was staying in her body through dance and movement. And she has spent the most of, and then the rest of it didn't show up.
Would you like me to continue?
Yeah, just like, Donna, do you just fill in the blanks for all of us?
Well, let's see. I'm here now. So yeah, a big piece of my journey was just learning how to physically be here in my body, because the truth was, for my NDE, I came back not wanting to be here, but I wasn't necessarily conscious of that. It showed up for me as just constantly being angry and basically disassociating from my body. And so I would just constantly be like, I'm going to check out and hang out at the light right now, because this stuff I really don't want to be part of. And so many years, and movement was the only way that I wanted to be here. Movement and dogs. That's all I cared about. And quite honestly, looking back now, and dogs, yeah. Looking back now, I went deep into studying movement and have a lot of education and knowledge in that. But quite frankly, I also knew that, even though that's what I'm teaching, and still to this day, a big piece to what I do, it's really been such a personal journey that it wasn't necessarily about teaching others per se. It was more about teaching myself. And then of course, through that, obviously over time you end up teaching others, but it was such a personal journey for me. And so I don't know what else you want to say about that, but that's kind of a generic.
Yeah. So there was a leap of time that took place for you from when you had the near-death experience, because I know you and I spoke on the phone about it, to when you actually took action with it.
Yeah.
And
so my NDE was when I was 12, and the thing that was interesting for me is I literally did not tell one single person. No one, not my parents, nobody, until I was 37. And I only told this one person because she called me out. She was this intuitive healer kind of person. I was taking a workshop with her, and she was like, "There's something about you that you're hiding. You need to come see me." And so I had this session with her, and she's like, "What are you hiding? You're holding on to something." And so I told her about my NDE, and then she looked at me a certain way, and I was like, "Oh no, this is why I don't tell anybody. No, I'm not special. Don't look at me like that. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Pretend you didn't even hear this." And so another 10 years went by, still not telling anybody. And then I took a 4-day meditation course, and I started to see all this darkness, like war, murder, riots, things burning, buildings burning, just violent stuff. Everybody else in this workshop was blissing out. And I was like, oh God, there's something happening here. So after the third day, I talked to the teacher and I said, something's happening. I am going deep into the dark. Everyone else is blissing out. Something is seriously wrong. And her response was, oh, I do not understand. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really help me right now.
Not at all.
Not at all. So by the fourth day, all of a sudden at the very last meditation, I saw the same thing, but then all of a sudden I saw the light from my NDE completely overcome the dark. So I could see both at the same time. So I saw the darkness in the background, but I always think of it like a movie scrim, in the theater where the scrim comes across and you can still see the people's shadows in the back. That's what it was like for me. And all of a sudden it hit me like a ton of bricks. I am now in this moment experiencing, I'm being shown pure love and light and pure darkness all at the same time. Mm. And then it hit me really clearly, oh, this is about my NDE. It's time to start healing. And literally the next day, my body started to have a complete meltdown. I call it an energetic meltdown. I was vibrating. I couldn't eat. I felt like I was drunk. I was so fuzzy-headed. And there happened to be a healer at the studio that I was teaching at the time. And she looked at me and said, yeah, you need to come see me.
Oh, wow.
And she didn't know anything about my story or who I was or anything. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I brushed her off. Second day, really, Donna, you need to come see me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I have the money. Like, I could come to you, but like, for me, resist.
Yeah.
And the third day, she grabbed me by the hands and pulled me into her and said, I can handle you. Come see me. And I was like, well, damn, this woman can handle me. Okay, I'll bring it. No problem.
Yeah. We're gonna do like a to be continued. Yeah, like exactly. Yes. So
Stay tuned.
yeah. So what you're gonna want to do is check out, put this on your calendar right now. Up and down. The Home and Back Adventure. We'll be facilitating it on July 23rd, 7 p.m. for 2 hours. We have 5 international guests. Live at 5. And we've got 5. 5 guests. Yeah, and Donna will be one of them. You know, Donna, what, you know, and, you know, Janie, Sue, you know, Ashley, like, you know, what, I know you know her story with like what transpired and like who she is now. And for all of you who are watching, you know, now and in the future and hearing this replay, like it is unbelievable the transformation that this woman has gone through.
Thank
like
you.
it made me cry hearing about, you know, what happened and where she is. And you know, she does not have to step up. She does not have to put herself out there. She does not have to, you know, be in a place to be judged. It reminds me of Donald Trump. You know, he was totally fine being a multimillionaire. You know, he's like the most hated person on the planet. Not that you are, Donna. Not that you fall into that category, but do you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference when you like leave corporate and you step into something entirely different. So we're going to get to find out what that was, that transition that took place, what's she doing, and just the phenomenal response that she's getting from the people that she works with. So Donna, I am so grateful.
Thank you.
For you. And you were the first person when we said we were going to do something that is like, you know what? I have had one of those.
Yeah. I'm ready. Time to start talking about it.
Yeah. So we're just going to toss you out into the masses like you thought you were being seen before. Just
I'm ready.
Oh, there you go. I'm ready. Love it.
She didn't even flinch. She's like, bring it on.
right?
Yeah, I know it's time.
Yeah. And so if you're looking for this kind of confidence with yourself, this assurity, this like stance, this presence, you know, you're definitely going to want to take advantage of the program that's down there because, you know, you will not be the same person, you know, then to now, to even who you will be in the future. It's a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. We're excited that you can see that. And I know Janie.
Nice.
Janie has created something very special.
Wow.
All of the members.
Yes.
And you can choose, there's Ashni. You can choose Janie. You can choose to get one of these, and these are keepsake journal companion booklets where the topics are there, the questions are there, our guests are all in here, resources are in here, links are in here, booking links, we've got bios, quizzes, you name it, the mysteries.
Lots of places to journal.
Yep. There's Sharyn. She's in our back room. So excited. And they just got this today. So all of them just got this access. And here's Leo. There's Leo. Leo's in our green room too. So we will be bringing them back out, but something that you'll be able to take with you. You'll have the recording as well as you'll have the written word with you. And we know how important that is and what a huge contribution that can be. You know, it's like a journal when you're writing and you go back or you look at your goal posters or vision boards and you go back and you're like, wow, I said that.
Sometimes, what was I thinking?
Yeah, exactly like that. Donna, before we switch you up with another one of our guests, what last minute things and we'll like once we get everybody introduced, we'll keep bringing you guys circling around. Is there something before you pop to the back and get to play amongst the other NDE experiencers that you'd like to share?
Narrow the topic. What do you mean?
No, any last minute thoughts?
Just, you know, I don't know. I guess that I'm hoping that everybody understands that the time that we're going through right now is actually, to me, it's a beautiful metaphor with my light and dark experience. Like, I just feel like if you stay in the light and stay in this group and stay in these similar kind of groups and similar kind of people, like we understand the power of that to overcome this darkness. And to me, that gives me so much hope and love in my heart, because I know 100% that that's true. And I know we need that contrast. And I know that we're seeing what we're seeing now because of the magnitude of light that's showing up. So stay in your heart, stay in the connection to source, and it's all good.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank you guys.
That's a powerful stand to be in.
Yeah.
It really is. Okay, Donna, we'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
Bye. Leo.
Bye.
Hi, how are you?
Leo.
He's a Leo.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. Leo Bonomo. Bonomo. It reminds me of Bono.
I was just thinking that. That was like,
Be nice to have the money, but there you go.
Leo is a near-death experiencer. He's a psychic medium, best-selling author, and he is joining us from the UK. Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you for staying up, Leo.
Oh, that's
Yes.
okay. It's not too late. It's about 10:30 here at the moment in the evening, so not too late.
Yeah, not too bad.
No, not at all.
Yeah. And I'm afraid that I didn't get your full bio in here either.
Yeah, it's kind of curtailed a little bit, but
It only gives me like a little bit of space, and then I don't realize it, and so I just copy and paste it in, so it's like mid-word.
yeah, you know, it's a good thing because it gives us a chance to talk, and that's what we're here for, and to explain. So, you know, it jogs a few brain cells, so then we've got something to work with, or on my case, I've got two to work with. As long as one of them's sparking, it's okay.
What on either side?
Hopefully, yes.
Well, let me share a little bit about Leo. Leo, from the age of two, saw his very first spirit. He didn't find that strange at all, which normally 2-year-olds, you know, remember the 2-year-olds we talk about them? They always ask why. Like they're way more aware than the adults. So here's an example right there. Leo's 2. And he sees this spirit rise out of the ground horizontally and tilt upright. His parents are looking at him, who are looking at it. He says, there's a funny man behind us. In fact, the only thing that he found strange was that the clothes that he was wearing were of the Victorian era with a top hat and the tails. He's been blessed with so many experiences, some on the darker side, but all, pardon the pun, he says, enlightening. I have been a professional since 2005 and trained for 8 years at the Spiritualist Association. and that's as far as the bio got.
Yeah.
So,
And that's
all
of Great
true.
Britain.
I apologize, but it's live TV, and we just roll with it.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
you're actually a radio show host as well.
Yeah, I'm on KCOR, if I can mention that, and it'd be nice to have some of you on there as guests. Yeah, and that's going really well. It's like Donna was saying, when I first came here, I was very, very aware of having come from somewhere else, and I wasn't very happy at it. I didn't want to be here. And it's only when I reconnected with spirit at that age that kind of made me feel a lot better. So that kind of calmed me, and then lots of other experiences came forward. And to me, it was very, very natural, very natural. And they, thank you. And the experiences varied a lot, from physical mediumship. One night, a trumpet manifested in the room and was whirring round, and I could hear this. There was an audible sound as this was coming round, and I thought to myself, shall I get up? Shall I not? Because I was really just wanting to see this thing. And in the end, I kind of crept up and I stuck my head out, and it hit me on the head. And so I just hid under the covers again because, I just thought it'd be wonderful to see it's going around at such a speed. Let's have a look. But I've had lots of I get trumpeted. Yeah. In fact, a lot of the world's getting trumpeted now, unfortunately. Yeah. So there are lots of experiences. One night I became extremely ill. I was about the age of 8, and I was so ill I couldn't cry out, and I was lying there for hours. And in the end, I thought, what do I do? I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And I just thought, well, I'm just going to go to sleep. And even though I didn't need that confirmation of life after death, having accepted it and gone to sleep to die and waking up just took away any small problems that I may have had with it. So that in itself was a life-changing moment for me. And as somebody said at the start, to have that taken away is so comforting, to understand that there is something else. So from there, I saw lots and lots of things until I began training and doing the work that I love. It's amazing to help people, and it's amazing to give them that comfort as well. So, yeah.
Leo, you and I originally met through a friend of yours named Kat.
Absolutely, Kat Cormack. Yeah, lovely lady.
Yeah. And she and I met on LinkedIn, and this is how it works.
Yeah.
And check it out. So somehow we connected on LinkedIn, and I just knew with her energy that she and we work outside of the body, in other areas together. So I just wrote something about, our galactic kinship, sisterhood, goddess. We're messaging each other. We're on Skype. We're live. She's 3-weighing Leo in, and she's in the UK too, right? Or is she in Australia?
She's in Australia. Yeah.
She's in Australia. You're in the UK. I'm in the US. And we're having this huge quantum conscious experience. Yes.
The whole thing.
Oh, the triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. With it, and it just so happens that it popped up. I just happened to say, "Have you had a near-death experience?" And you said, "Why, yes, I do." And I was like, "Well, okay, now I know why we're talking to each other."
Yeah, I don't believe in coincidence at all. Never. Sometimes it's really hidden deep, and you have to dig for it. I don't believe in it at all. and it brings lots of people together with all kinds of experiences, like us, for example. It's a wonderful thing. Spirit's a wonderful thing, and the afterlife is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Yes.
That's reassuring to hear.
Right? I was just going to say, I'm like, so what if that was our point of view moving forward? Yeah.
Then none of us would be here. We would be there. Like, we would let's get there. Let's go now. Some of us have tried to. So yeah.
So
Yeah.
Leo, not to put you on the spot or anything, two of our members here, their spouses have crossed over, and you probably have the awareness of that kind of thing, and they are dearly missed, these men, in their lives, and they've been, books have been written about them.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
You must let me know the titles so I can go and buy.
Oh. Yeah. So Susan, do you have the book with you?
I haven't received my author copies. I do have the one with the proof thing. I can go get that. It's called Widow Wisdom: How to Find How to Find the Joy Amidst the Teardrops of Grief. And it's co-authored with my late husband, because he channeled the information to help me. So it was definitely a very collaborative effort from that side, from this side. So it's connecting it. It's amazing. So I'll let you continue talking while I go get that.
Isn't that unique?
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. And, because of the net partly, but so many people are now talking about this. They're engaging about it because it's not weird anymore. 40 years ago, if you talked about it, I couldn't mention this kind of thing to my doctor because they'd be reaching for the little buzzer. And you'd hear the bells as they were coming along, but now, exactly. And but now I'm mentioned it to a doctor, and he was actually a medium as well. And I changed surgeries, and this lady said, I know you. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure. And she said, you serve this church? So I said, yes, that's me. She said, I've seen you lots of times. She said, I'm a healer too. And so there are healers within the medical profession, lots of mediums. And I find that a wonderful thing as well, because, if you go there and say, I'm hearing voices, they're not reaching for the bell anymore. It's and that's a transformational thing all over the world. So lots of people are talking, which is why we're doing what we're doing.
Yes. We are here to share a lot so we can de-stress and we can restore the peace and the calm and the love of what everybody else is in panic and fear of right now. It's death and done.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting thing because 2012 was a very powerful moment. There was a huge shift in vibration, and of course the skeptics jumped on it, just saying, well, the Mayans have said this, and all the nutters in the world, they believe the world's going to end. And of course it didn't. But what it was really was the end of the world as we knew it. And from that point, so many people became enlightened. So many, thank you. I love all that. I'll have to get some cards. And so people become very aware. And that's a great thing. And that's also what's enabled all of this to happen. We chose this point in time to be here. And there won't be a time like it in the future. And there's never been a time like it in the past. So we've chosen this such an important time. And I can't remember who it was. It may have been Donna. Was talking about Trump and this particular era and all the conflict. But I was told by Spirit, I was in the States in 2014. And I saw 42 candidates on TV. And I'm not a betting man, but you wish sometimes you just had a few dollars just to put down. And there's all these people talking. And I turned to my friend Jock, who's a great medium himself. And I said, that guy, he's going to be president. And he said, no way, ever going to happen. But Trump got in. And he's very successful at what he's doing, which is agitating. But it's causing so many ripples. The world's going to take a leap forward, and the world is going to be better. My guy told me about 10 years ago that within 20 to 30 years, this place, Earth, will be very, very different. And we're getting there. So there's always pain, isn't there, with transformation? There's always a shake-up. So it's exciting to be part of it.
Yes, yes. And we're glad that you're here to help us as one of our guides, Leo, really. The information, the consciousness, the awareness that you have, from your near-death experience, crossing over and coming back, is so pinnacle right now for so many people to know about, to hear about, to have access to. And that's why we've created this program. So everybody, can have like an even, because I feel like we're like either way up, like we're okay with it, or we're way down, like absolutely not. Like there's just such a huge polarity and duality right now with death and dying that, our goal is to even out and get the neutrality involved so there's no charge, with that. Susan, did you happen to have the book? Because I know that the cover in and of itself is,
I love it.
I had my sisters before, so it's just the widow wisdom. We've got the rose, the light coming into the dark, a little bit like what Donna spoke about. There's the darkness, but the light is shining through.
Yeah.
It's finding that light. And in the back is a picture of my husband, because he's told me he has become one with the mountain. He hasn't disappeared. He's just left the body, and now he's everywhere. He's nowhere and everywhere at the same time. So that to me is pretty cool and pretty comforting.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think one thing everybody forgets is that we've all been born before and we've all died before. And I don't remember parts of readings unless there's something for me to learn and for me to pass on to students as well. And I remember I was talking to a lady, and she seemed to have a real fear of passing over. And my guide stepped through directly, and he said, "My child, why are you afeard of passing? You are only exiting through a door through which you came." And I just thought that was beautiful.
It is.
Wow. It is. And it's this information and experiences that you've had that you're going to be sharing. This and more. So we're going to do it. To be determined, to be announced.
To be continued.
So if what Leo has been sharing with you resonates, then down below and in our Facebook group, put this on your calendar right now. Just take your phone out, put it on your schedule.
Thank you, Leo. There you go.
You will definitely want to be a part of this. So cool, Leo. Thank you so much for being here with us. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's my privilege.
Thank you, Leo. It's our privilege too.
So happy. Yeah, and one of the things that you mentioned, Leo, that's going to help us kind of transition to having our next guest has to do with an experience with children, being young and seeing that. So we're going to say bye to you for now, Leo. We're going to
bye.
You're welcome. Welcome back around. You're so welcome. And we're going to invite Sharyn. Hey, Sharyn.
Hi, Sharyn.
Hey there.
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. So blessed to share this wonderful space, this connection and collaborations that we have going on, and just enjoying the high vibes. Beautiful. Look, I did my own one. Can you see it?
That is awesome.
That's
she's
awesome.
got smiley faces on it too.
Yeah. And a lot of hearts, my love, a lot of hearts.
Oh, that's so cool.
Love, love,
That's
love,
so
love.
sweet.
Yeah, it's like the Hollywood squares. You know, like we never know where we're going to be, what order we'll be in, who we'll be next to.
Yeah.
We do know that we are all here for a purpose. And, you know, as Leo was mentioning and Donna is mentioning, you know, we're interrupting the pattern of the programming that we had from our religious upbringing, you know, our heritage, our lineage, our traditions, our responsibilities, our obligations to the people who came before us, the people who are here now, and the people that are going to come in the future. And you have a very unique experience, Ms. Sharyn. So can I share your bio with everyone?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Susan.
Sharyn McNeil is a soul plan practitioner. Like, have you ever heard of someone like this? Never, right? Like, you created your very own market. A soul plan practitioner and a professional numerologist. She offers a powerful and accurate system of life, purpose, guidance, spiritual counseling, and healing. She has spent over 3 decades, that's 30 years, exploring her spirituality, creativity, along with ways to channel those gifts into an abundant and beautiful life. Having studied a degree in metaphysical science along with the Healing Touch CHTP certification, she's a registered hypnotist, grief and breath work practitioner, and she also channels, I think it's your son.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful part.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very blessed. And thank you. Thank you, Susan. I sound amazing. You're just amazing, each and every one of us with our life experiences and, you know, how we travel this earth on all of our journeys and gather experiences. It's just too wonderful. You know, in my own life, I've been so blessed to have, I'm also a grief and bereavement specialist through the journey of my life and all the losses that I have, the physical losses I've experienced. And I have been so privileged to almost, if you could say, be a death doula, in the sense that I've accompanied many people at the end of life, held their hands and watched them and helped them and guided them and witnessed the transition to the other side. And that is what we call also where I've observed NDAs, which is near-death awareness. And I've had a few very personal people in my life that I've accompanied. Amongst them has been my husband's Uncle Mickey. What he shared with us was amazing in his NDA, his near-death awareness. My friend Anne, my own father, my mother. So I've been really blessed with all of that. And I'm so intrinsically...
You can count them on both hands.
Yeah, listening, you know, as well to, it's just another stepping through the doorway, you know, as what he said earlier, which is just beautiful. I also love in Lord of the Rings, we have Gandalf, the wizard, and we have Pippin. And Pippin says to Gandalf, I didn't think it would end this way. And Gandalf, the wizard, says, end? How do you mean end? And he says, Gandalf says, when the grey rain curtain of this world rolls back, you see it. And Pippin says, what do you see? What do you see? And he says, a brand new beginning, a beautiful sunrise. And that for me is, with all of my NDA experiences with others, that's what they have gone through and that's what they experience, that incredible lightness of being, watching the transition within themselves, phenomenal. And then as well, my own son, who passed away at the age of 27, his name is Ryan, beautiful boy on earth, a vibrant, loving, caring soul, very much what I would call a soul activist and a soul warrior. And in his passing, the gifts that have come and the conversations that I've had with Ryan has been just mind-blowing. And again, it brings such comfort in knowing that, as what Gandalf says, it's only a new beginning when we cross over. through the veil. And of course, the time we are living in now is phenomenal. You know, the veils are very, very thin, and we are able to connect through, and we are all able to communicate with our loved ones on the other side. And that's what's so spectacular and beautiful.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you so much for that. You know, Janie has 2 boys.
Yeah.
2 young boys. Like they're what, 7 and 9 or 12 and 13?
One just turned 10 and the other just turned 12.
Yeah, those ages.
Those ages.
Yes, both.
And they just had birthdays. They just double birthday this past week. So that was a lot of fun. And I have an soon to be 18-year-old son. So we have the boy thing in common. But your energy, Sharyn, is like the pixie energy, like fairy godmother. You know, so can you guys get that? Right? Like Tinkerbell, fairy godmother, like energy. Yeah.
And I have 2 stepsons.
Yes, that's right.
More boys.
So 2, 4, 5, that's 6.
6 boys.
You know, Ashni was the mother to my child for 10 days. I went away, and I'll tell you, she realized why she did not have any children. The first one. I hadn't even landed yet. I was with Janie in Arizona, and he gets pink eye. You know, she has to take him to the doctor.
I forgot about that.
It was instant stepping up to being a mother in that mother role. I'm like, what? I didn't ask for this.
She was like, this kid is in high school. You know what I mean? Like, piece of cake. Like, I'll show up, I'll go to bed, I'll wake up, I'll go do my own thing. Yeah, no. So she's his mother too. She's adopted him, and he's adopted her.
Beautiful.
He's just awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome. Special.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, Sharyn, tell us a little bit about, without giving the whole brutal away, like you have distinct awarenesses through your training and through working with clients that you're able to support and create like a different possibility of ease being on this side, helping those that are going to the other side. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And being able to read the body languages and being able to understand, often those that are very close to death are going through an experience where they are leaving this side and they are seeing loved ones on the other side, and there's a disorientation feeling, and there's clues that they offer you, and if you are comfortable with it and you're able to just be calm and easy with it, you're able to help them to engage and to almost put their feet over and to be comfortable in their transition as well. And often people think it's just rambling, or they're confused, or it must be the morphine or whatever it is. But when we really understand what is going on and we listen to the conversations that are happening within the person that is busy leaving their bodies, it's amazing. And it's such a privilege, and it brings a tremendous amount of comfort as well for these on this side to know that their loved ones are so received. And, you know, nobody ever dies alone. And that's something which is very comforting to know, because often I will speak to people that have lost loved ones on this side, and there was nobody there, and they have tremendous sorrow and grief about their loved ones being alone. And I'm shown that you never die alone. Always, your loved ones that have preceded you are waiting for you. You have a team of light that are there. You have angels and your guides that support you, that are in just celebration and joy to receive you back, you know, back to this side, home and back again. You know, and that too for me is just so wonderful to intrinsically know this as an absolute truth. It's beautiful. And I also believe that when you go through tremendous amounts of losses in your life, the fear or the edge of death is taken away, and you can really live in the present moment, in the now, here in the now. And that's what my sweet Ryan is always telling me. He says, you're such an amazing time traveler, Mom. And I'll say to him, what do you mean? This is him in spirit now. This is him talking to me. Right. I call him Bright Boy. He doesn't like that. And then I'll tell you why I call him Bright Boy, is because he wasn't as bright and clever on this side with his comebacks, the comeback kid, and the conversations that he offers me. So I say, yeah, you're too bright on the other side. This shining bright light. Amazing. And he says that as human beings, this time traveling thing is amazing because we live in the past and we stay stuck in belief structures, and we've all been so conditioned and to be afraid of death. It's not been a comfortable conversation. And we time travel between the past and the future. And we're very rarely in the now and in the present moment. And when we're in the now and the present moment, it's really a beautiful thing. But we get worked up as human beings also when we're holding space for people that are passing, that are ill, that are in their transition, or have received a sort of a sentence around their lives, and that they are not going to make this illness that they are struggling with.
That's
we grieve this.
Yes.
We grieve this, and instead we need to train ourselves to be just very present and aware in the moment. And even I that works in this reality and world, I also struggle. I must tell you a little story. So I have a little Jack Russell called Milo, who was given to me by my friend Anne, who also transitioned and passed away. So she had a special connection with me, little Milo. And Milo was then not very well. She was 13, and it was February this year. But in the build-up and the knowing that Milo would soon be leaving me, I would cry and I would be so sad for this fat little body that I could cuddle and hug, and that I would be missing her, even though I know all of the stories about the afterlife. And my husband would remind me, and he'd say to me, she's in your arms, she's with you now, love her, be present, be in the moment, stop living in tomorrow. And, that's such wonderful wisdom, I believe, for us that are navigating this. Be present with your loved one, the one that is maybe struggling and the one that is in transition. Just be there in the moment, and not in the tomorrow and the anxiety, because tomorrow and the anxiety and the sadness of losing your loved one and the grieving process begins. But while they're still here, love them. Love them.
Yeah.
Yes. Hugs and kisses.
Thumbs up. Yeah. Sharyn, that's a huge gold nugget. I love that, Susan. You just made the little heart thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So beautiful.
It's a huge gold nugget, because I know the news over here in the States, Sharyn, has been so frightful for people, because their families are in nursing homes or are in assisted livings and adult care situations, and this COVID is running rampant, and we're not allowed to go in. The family members are not allowed to go in and be, with their parents and grandparents and people who are in the elder care system. Because of this, they're all alone, and they've been that way for up to 3 months. And so there's this guilt feeling that, we have, that we put them there, we put them in that situation. So, I know, because I could just feel the energy of all of that people are going to want to hear what you have to say about this, and knowing that, that there is a different way of crossing over, that there's a different space and place that they're in, that we're just not consciously aware of or not willing to acknowledge, that if we were, would create greater ease for both of us. Because I know when we are here tethered to, they can't go, they just can't go, they can't go till I get there, they can't leave, I haven't been able to see them, can you, do you guys feel that? It's a whole body.
Yeah.
I feel traumatized. What do you guys get? Janie, you're a coder.
It's just this, it's like a tug of war, and they can't really go anywhere. They're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot of unkindness on both parties.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a totally different possibility that we're going to be offering. And we have birds that are agreeing with us.
Yeah, sorry.
Saying, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me.
Yeah.
Love it. So, Sharyn, thank you for being on with us today. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and your knowledge with us. And we're so grateful to have you be a part of the Home and Back adventure program that we're creating for the entire world. So, yes, drop down below this. You will see. See, you know, and we should know, like, it's backwards for us. Like, you're all looking at us like, do they not know their left from their right? You know, we do, but it's backwards. Now I see you.
2020 vision, my love. 2020 vision.
Where's my glasses?
There we go.
All right. Now we are good.
Yeah.
Now we're good. We're going to have our 2020 vision goggles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool. So fun. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Sharyn. Let's pop over. Let's see if we can get all of our guests on with us. Adding Donna back to the live stream. Who wants to go in the back room and we can bring Leo out?
I try. I'll go. Anything.
You'll go? Okay. And we can bring Leo. There it is.
Here I am.
You're all on the bottom. Oh my goodness.
It's like this.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to take our pictures. Smile, people. So cool. So cool. Oh my goodness. This has been a ton of fun. You know, Leo, Donna, Sharyn, like unbelievable. Susan, you know, I know this touches you home.
Yeah, I'm listening and I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear more because having a husband who is very sick, I'm listening to what you said, Sharyn, and you want to talk about being in the now. And there was so much judgment about that I needed to work, I needed to make money. And I was like, I just want to be with my husband. And I actually closed my practice and we would sometimes just hold each other's hands when he was in the hospital bed. So I'm so grateful I did that. And it's just validation. So thank you. Because there was so much judgment around it. Maybe that was coming from me too.
Oh, honey. Of course, my love. So brave. You're so brave, darling.
Thank you. It's like, yes. Make me cry.
Tears of joy.
Yes.
Like it's okay. Like you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Susan, right? Like
because there's wrongness and rightness about it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Janie is mothering 2 little tiny animal things.
4, Susan. We have 4 now.
4.
Oh.
We have a dove, which is she was talking to me today. She's ready to go. Fly.
Like, wow.
Not crossover. She's ready to go live.
So she thought she was a road runner, right? At first, when she got to you, she was thinking she was a road runner, and you had to school her on it.
Yes, because she did not look like a dove. I've rescued doves before. I mean, she had no feathers. She had flopped out of the nest and was ornery. She did not have a dove personality, but she definitely is a dove. And then the boys brought me, looked like a raven, and it shifted its look today. So I'm like, I don't think it's a raven.
Shapeshifter.
Yeah, I mean, my boyfriend and I were looking at it, and it just like it shifted, and we're like,
Oh, that's freaky.
Yeah. But that's what you hear in the background. And then the other day we went to the reptile store to get grubs for it because come to find out. Birds that have a forked tongue in the back eat grubs and protein and things they're supposed to. So now I play with grubs. But there was a bin with a light and a sign on it that said feeder quail. So my 12-year-old was like, "What's a feeder quail?" I said, "It's food." We came home with 2 teeny tiny baby quails.
Oh.
Yeah, so from 1 to 2 to 4, and you guys lost one, and that's one of the reasons why
We lost 2.
Oh, 2.
Oh.
So
I
this
said there was something going on with that batch, so I actually went this morning and got number 3 before my 10-year-old woke up.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. So the crossing over, like, isn't necessarily just tied to humanity.
Mm-mm.
We also have a pet crossing over too, and we'll be bringing that to all of you as well in our home and back program. And you know, I know we've either had a personal experience with a pet crossing, or we know someone who has had that experience with them. So I am in so much gratitude, you know, for each and every one of you. We are so excited about creating a different possibility for all of humanity here. Yes. And we have our journal, our companion journal for everyone, with all of your gorgeous pictures that are inside of it. So we're excited to share this with all of them. There's like 45 pages in this thing. Like, it's not.
Jamie was
like book size. You know, yeah, we're talking manual. Like, this is going to be a keepsake, and we're calling it a keepsake because truly this is what it is. Like, you'll be able to take this and you'll be using it to facilitate your friends, your family, your kids in the future, having the information and the wisdom that you'll be receiving on this course. So we are just incredibly excited. And we've got 2 more of our 5. These were 3 this evening. Leo, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Donna, thank you so much for being here and being a part of it. Sharyn, thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And so next Friday, you're going to get to meet Priscilla Gendron. She is from South Africa, and she and Sharyn are good friends, as well as
Paul Williamson.
Paul Williamson as well. And he's from South Wales, and Priscilla's from South Africa. And so the High Vibe Tribe and Donna, you know, we're the only ones here in the U.S. Leo's hailing from the UK. So really, we're on, I mean, how many continents, right?
Yeah.
How much? That'd be cool if we had like a little, you know, world map, and we drew like lines, like the connections.
Connect the dots.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder what that would kind of look like. Maybe one of our guests who are listening, you know, is kind of good with that sort of stuff and can play with it. But, you know, so incredible. You know, tomorrow they're going to be able to find us live tomorrow as well.
Brilliant. That'd be great.
Yeah, with Sharyn. and Priscilla and Paul Williamson. We are all speakers in the Global Wellness Lifestyle Conference. And it's happening today, July 10th, tomorrow, the 11th, and again on the 12th.
Yeah.
And so we were live today at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be back tomorrow, Saturday, at 11 a.m. 1-1. 1-1.
Yeah. 11.
1-1.
The number of illumination and enlightenment, 11.
That's right.
Yeah.
So cool. So thank you everyone for joining us. You have been watching and are welcome to join us here with the High Vibe Tribe. If what we've all been speaking with you about today resonates with you, please join, share, like, subscribe, and until we meet you in person someday, ciao for now. Bye.
God bless. Bye. Bye.
Bye.